What is up, guys? We got a lot of exciting news to cover middle of the day with AMC, with GameStop. A lot of exciting stuff going on. Even though some of them are taking some big hits, we have a lot to cover. And if you're new here, you're just joining the stream, thank you for joining us. We're going to go live again later today. But make sure to like the video so we can get this out to more people. And let's get right into it. So we got a lot of stuff going on. First, let's cover AMC. Right now, AMC stock has taken a massive hit during the day today. Opened up at around $65 per share. Pre-market, it was even up as high as $77 per share. Now it's been cut in half, basically. It was as low as $37 and now is at $47 per share. We've seen shares like trading halted multiple times throughout the day. We have seen, in addition to that, we've seen GameStop shares halted. We've seen BlackBerry. We've seen Bed Bath & Beyond. All these shares are being halted trading throughout the day because of all of the volatility, everything going on. So right now, what we're seeing is the volume for AMC is as high as 331 million, which is really, really high. That is so many shares to be traded. We're on track to reach the same as we did yesterday, which is a pretty big deal. In addition to that, we also have seen that short sellers are not really backing down at all. Short sellers are continuing to add to their positions. Like we said earlier, the short volume is 162 million shares that have been shorted. Yesterday, they continued to add to their positions. About 89.98 million shares of AMC were sold short by the end of Wednesday, by the end of yesterday's trading. That was compared to 90.87 million shares short interest at Tuesday's close. So we're continuing to see the short interest increase, which means institutions are continuing to bet against AMC. They're saying that it's not going to do well. It's going to crash. It's not going to succeed. Next up is AMC, actually. We talked about this morning, but they issued 11.5 million shares. And this is probably a big reason why we're seeing AMC's price drop pretty significantly, because a lot of people are concerned about what is going on with AMC. And rightfully so. You know, it's very volatile. When we see a stock drop 50% or go up 100% in a day, you're going to follow what the CEO is saying. And their CEO actually came out and said basically not to buy the stock. In their SEC filing, they sold 11.5 million shares, raised, $600 million. And this is just one day after they raised $230 million from Mudrick Capital. So they raised this money. And during this filing, he said, "We believe that the recent volatility at our current market prices reflect market and trading dynamics unrelated to our underlying business or macro or industry fundamentals, and we do not know how long these dynamics will last." That is pretty obvious. We all know that. But he said, "Under the circumstances, we caution you against investing in our Class A common stock unless you're prepared to incur the risk of losing all or substantial portion of your money." So he's basically saying that, be willing to lose everything if you're investing in our company. Not what you want to hear from the CEO of any company. Not the best thing to say. But as a result of this, a lot of people have been selling off. It'll be interesting to see what happens later today with the short interest. Are we going to have seen short interest increase, or is short interest going to have decreased? That's going to be a big thing to keep an eye out for later today. Because if we see that short interest continues to increase, that is a good sign for us. That's a good sign for us moving forward, because that would mean that short sellers are continuing to bet against AMC, and that means that if the stock price goes higher, they're going to lose more and more money. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys own AMC? What are you currently doing with your position? Have you sold off any of it, or what are you doing? And also be sure to like the stream. We're at 8 likes. Let's see if we can get it to about 50. Usually at that point, we'll start getting more people coming into the stream. I've done a couple streams today, so when I do a lot, usually they don't notify people, but we'll see what continues to happen. On the other hand, what we're seeing with GameStop, we have a lot of exciting news with GameStop as well. GameStop is following a pretty similar pattern to AMC, but less volatile. AMC this morning, pre-market, was almost at $300 per share. We saw it at $290 per share, dropped all the way down as low as $245. So you're seeing the swings with GameStop are not nearly as much as the swings with AMC. But after that recent drop off in the morning, we followed the same exact pattern as AMC. We saw it rebound, and now it's at around $254 per share. So that is something, it's good that we're seeing both of these follow the same patterns. It's almost reversed to what happened back in January with GameStop and AMC. Back in January, GameStop was the one that was much more volatile than AMC. We saw the massive fluctuations with GameStop. A lot of people have been asking in previous videos, where is AMC going? Is the short squeeze happen? What's going to happen moving forward? So the best indicator to look at what's going to happen is look at what happened in the past with GameStop. And if you're looking at GameStop over the last, 6 months, these are daily charts right here. You can see that initially we saw that massive spike. That was the short squeeze for GameStop. We saw it go from $13 per share all the way up to $483 per share. We saw it drop significantly after that run. So this was like the spike. We saw that initial spike. We saw it drop and level off at about $40 per share. So we didn't reach those lows of $13. Then again, we saw another spike from about February 26th all the way up until March 15th. We saw another spike, and it went from $45 per share all the way up to $255, crossed $300 at one point. Then again, we saw it retrace and level off again around that $150 range. Again, we're seeing it bounce back up. So what does this mean? Well, looking at AMC stock, we're probably going to see a similar pattern where, you see it reach a high, level off. Then you see it reach another high, level off at a new support level. So that's what we're really seeing, because back here we reached a record high of $18 per share. And it was $20.36 per share. Then we saw it drop significantly from 20 down to 6. We leveled off there. We went back up to 14. Then we found a new support at around $9. So every time we've seen this massive run, we see a couple days after where we start to consolidate, we start to level off, people take some profits, and we see the prices start to consolidate, find a new low. We don't reach the lows that we saw before, like it's not going back down to 3, but it starts to consolidate before it reaches record highs again. And this is something that we have seen with all meme stocks, all meme cryptos. You normally see that pattern where you see a massive run up at the beginning, followed by a consolidation. And that is what we're sort of seeing right now with AMC. We saw the massive run up yesterday. It's not over. We don't know if it's over just yet because the short interest is still very, very high. But what we do know is that right now, we're seeing it consolidate a bit. You're not going to have, 5, 6, you're not going to have so many trading days in a row where they're all green. And you see right here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days that were green in a row, green candlesticks. Then we had a red day. Then we had 2 more green days. So it's just right now in the last week and a half, we've gone, last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've gone from $9 all the way up until $72 per share. So you have to expect to see pullbacks along the way. It's not going to 100 instantly. That's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. So in addition to this, a lot of people are talking about Workhorse. So Workhorse's price right now is up significantly. It's not reaching the highs that we saw back in February. February it was at $42 per share. A lot of that was going on with, a lot of people were talking about what was going on with a UPS contract, and was Workhorse going to get the entire UPS contract? What was going to happen? Unfortunately, they didn't, so we saw the price drop significantly. But now what's happening is Workhorse is sort of becoming one of the meme stocks. Even though it does have a business, it's becoming a meme stock because we're seeing that the short interest is at 22%, and everyone on Wall Street Bets, you can see right there, is targeting these. Everyone on Wall Street Bets targets the stocks with high short interest. And that's what we're seeing right now. All stocks that have high short interest are being targeted by Wall Street Bets because they want institutional investors to lose a lot of money. So that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing most of the stocks that had massive gains yesterday. We're seeing these drop off. We're seeing Skills down 4.5%. That was up significantly yesterday. Bed Bath & Beyond down 26%. We're seeing AMC down 22%. GameStop down 8%. One of the only ones we're seeing up today that did see a massive run up yesterday as well is Workhorse. So what's really going to happen is we're going to start to see people who invested in AMC people who aren't holding it long term. They're going to start to look for what's the next best opportunity out there. Is there something else that's going to see a short squeeze like what happened with AMC? And these people are going to look for stocks with massive short interest, with like what we're seeing with AMC. They're going to look for stocks that have similar data to what is with AMC. And after that, then they're going to find, which ones are going up. Out of the ones right now, the only one we're seeing going up is Workhorse. So typically what happens is we'll see a lot of people take money out of some of their other stocks, let's say AMC, and move it over into stocks like Workhorse. And if you guys are new here, make sure to like the video. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes before we go forward. I'm probably going to go live again later. We've gone live like 3 times today, so probably not going to... YouTube probably won't notify people that these videos are being posted, but that's okay. A lot of people just leave their streams with like AMC stock price just staying on the screen, but I'm not going to do that. If we don't have anything to talk about, we're just going to leave it. So right now, I just wanted to do a quick update on what was going on with these meme stocks that have high short interest like AMC, GameStop, Workhorse, Skills, and Bed Bath & Beyond. All of them are really following the same patterns, but I just want to do a quick update during the day. A lot of people were concerned with what happened with AMC's CEO earlier today when he basically said not to buy their stock. So I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on, but that's really all I got for you guys right now.